St. Maries is a small town. It's located along the St. Joe River, which you see behind me, which is absolutely beautiful. And even though this is a tiny town, there's a lot to do here. And I'm really excited because we're actually going to be heading out fishing today and then into the mountains on a pretty wild adventure. All right, first thing we're gonna need to go fishing is a fishing license. So right now I'm in the sporting goods store here in St. Maries and getting a fishing license. Hopefully we catch something. What kind of fish are gonna be out there?
So we'll probably try to do some trolling for some kokanee salmon. And then do some casting for some smallmouth bass.
Cool. It's official. Got my license. Now, let's get some fish. Think I can fit in here? What do you think we can catch with this? A dolphin? I was heading out on the river with some locals and the owner of the local sportsman's shop, the Blue Goose, and a pretty cool jet-powered boat. We headed downstream to Lake Coeur d'Alene, which is home to many fish species like trout, brown bullhead, Chinook salmon, and large and smallmouth bass, to name a few. Now, the St. Joe River is the highest navigable river in the world, and it feeds right into one of Idaho's most popular lakes. It's famously known as the shadowy St. Joe, and it's one of the region's finest rivers for fishing, swimming, whitewater, and shoreline camping and hiking. If you're coming from out of Idaho and want to bring your boat, you'll be happy to know that boat registrations from other states are actually valid in Idaho for 60 consecutive days. We are getting set up here, getting the poles in the water. We've already got one fish, but I lost it, so we're gonna catch another.
We're gonna use for bait on these?
What?
Maggots. Well, it gets better, because in the winter when you ice fish, you have to keep them so you can get them on the hook. You gotta lay them in here to keep them warm.
No.
Yes, yes.
No, you don't.
Okay, so don't reel it in, just kind of bob it?
Reel it,
Let it sink.
then reel down. Then pop it and reel down. Just a little bit at a time. Just bounce it along the bottom. There's a lot of wood over here, so you're probably going to get like that.
And when it gets out there, you just reel it in and start it over again.
All right.
Oh, you didn't
Oh,
know
I got a stick!
Oh.
I got a big stick!
The way the end of that pole was bobbing up.
It seems like everybody was catching sticks today, but don't fret, we did end up catching a couple of fish before the day ended. And on our way back to town, I even got to captain the ship.
Oh, Graves got it.
Yeah.
Captain White.
Is that a little baby bass?
It's a smallmouth bass, you know. Got red eyes, green body. A little more. That's good.
Oh, we're spinning. This is a boat donut, everybody. A boat donut.
Don't go faster.
Why? Are you going to get seasick?
Sure, you
Should I
just
do it
tipped
again?
over your own pack sack and broke half your stuff.
That's all it does. It's the only trick.
Tricks of the boat.
Yeah.
I didn't catch very many fish today. Actually, only one that was about 4 inches long. But that was so much fun and such a special treat. That was actually the owner of the Blue Goose that took me out on his boat and showed me all of his favorite fishing spots. So super nice of him to be able to do that and to be able to show me their community here and the area that they live in. It's just absolutely beautiful. Lots more adventure tomorrow, but I just checked into my little tiny home here at Riverside Landing, and I want to show you around because it's actually really cool. It's right on the river here, and you would think that it would be really small. Let me show you the view first. Wow. And then inside you have a full kitchen, bathroom, full bedroom, and then there's even an upstairs. Can you believe that in a tiny home? What? One bedroom there and one bedroom there. Pretty awesome for a little tiny home like this to have so much space, and it's just like a hotel. Love it. My second day in St. Maries was all about getting out into the national forest, so we stopped by Northwest Outdoor Adventures and picked up a Polaris side-by-side to head to the mountains. On this adventure, I was joined by a local chamber member, Aaron, and his son. We headed up to Avery, which is a small mountain town, on a half-day adventure where we were going to have lunch and then head back to St. Maries. Now, this area of Idaho has more than 1,300 miles of trails on private land that are open to the public for 4x4 or motorcycle riding, hiking, and biking. Our Polaris came fully loaded with gas and GPS coordinates with preloaded maps for several different routes. And one of the coolest things that you can do on these Polarises is actually head out on multi-day adventures. So you can bring your camping gear and you can set off into the wilderness for a couple of days if you want, for hiking, hunting, fishing, or just enjoying the outdoors. Now, like much of Northern Idaho, this area has also been used for logging of paper and wood products for decades. And here in this area, many of the acreage is owned in part by the Potlatch Lumber Company, which is actually the largest local employer in the area. Now, they've been around for more than a century, and they've also been fundamental in not only keeping the forest maintained and the trees replanted, but it's through their partnership that locals and visitors, just like me, can use this forest area that we were driving through. Now, they also lease yearly camping plots on their land, which is also backed by BLM land, giving thousands of acreage of forests and mountains for avid outdoor explorers to visit. Now, the route we were taking went high up into the mountains that back down along the river and over the old railroad tracks of the Milwaukee Road Railroad, which I also biked along when I did the Hiawatha route over in the Silver Valley.
Hello! Excuse us! Can we get through here?
Talk about a sportsman's playground. There is so much to do here in Northern Idaho, and this Polaris adventure was just such a treat to add to my Northern Idaho adventures. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for joining me on this short little adventure from St. Maries, Idaho. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and join me on my next adventure. As always, I'm Alice Ford. Never stop exploring.